Okay, there we go. Okay, we're recording. All right, so good morning, everybody. My name's Jana, and I'm with Realtour. I'm the creative director, and I do all of our tutorials and training sessions. Um, Today's session, we're only going to go for about an hour, which is, pretty much as long as anyone can, absorb any information. So what we're going to do today, just for our little agenda, I'm going to give you an overview, basically, an introduction to our main products, okay? Following that, I'm going to take you through our newest product, which is our newsletter, and we have a free trial offer, so I want to show you how that works. And then I'm going to give you a quick overview of what we call Realtour rewards, which will be very beneficial for you. And then after that, we can open the floor to any questions, any concerns anybody has, okay? So the overview, like I said, when I do one-on-one tutorials, we tend to go more in depth into how to make one particular project. If I meet with an agent and they want to learn how to do a virtual tour, we'll spend a bit longer. But for today, just think of it more as an introduction, and then we can always set up another session where we spend more time. But you never know, today might be enough for you guys, okay? All right, so to get started, everyone can see my screen right now. I'm moving my mouse around. I'm on the home page. Okay, so I'm logged into my account. This is what our agents see when they log into their accounts. It's like a dashboard. So we have big buttons here with our main products, our most popular products right here. And this is what we're going to go through today, okay? Before I jump into our products, I'm going to show you one quick thing because it does come into play later, and that's the My Account dropdown. When anyone creates a Realtour account, Realtour accounts are free. All you need is your email address, which you will use as your login, and a password, and you have a Realtour account. It doesn't cost anything. There's no subscription fee, nothing. Anyone can make a Realtour account, and you can use it forever. But when you set up your account, I always tell people, and this is what you will tell your agents, take 5 minutes to fill in all of your personal information, your office address, your phone numbers. If you have a website, just take 5 minutes to fill this information in. If you click on headshots, you can upload a headshot of yourself. You can have as many, you can have, I think you can have 60 headshots, which nobody has, obviously. But you can, if you have 2 or 3 different headshots, or if you work with a partner, take 5 minutes to upload your headshots right in here. Same with your logos. Upload all your logos because, as you will see during this tutorial, our system is set up so that as much information as you have entered into your account will auto-populate into your marketing materials for you. So we are all about trying to save time for our agents. We've tried to make our products as simple as possible for them to use. So we try to repeat how to do things. All of our products are very repetitious, but it's just so that they're easier to use. And if you take the time to fill in your information, upload your headshot, you will see that they auto-populate into all your marketing materials. So you don't have to do that as you go forward, okay? And you'll see this as we go through the actual products themselves. So I just wanted to quickly show you that because that's what I do when I'm doing a tutorial for one of our agents. Okay, so our main products, our most popular products are our photo shoots, virtual tours, e-flyers, and our print materials. These 4, okay? So when I'm doing a tutorial for an agent, I always say to them, look, it's really, really beneficial and worth your while to book a photo shoot. When you get a new listing, it's the first thing you should do. Log into your Realtour account and book a photo shoot. Photo shoots are really affordable. Surprisingly, you can get a basic photo shoot for $99. Most of our photographers do basic photo shoots. I believe you usually get about 20 pictures. It's really beneficial. I mean, you get beautiful professional photographs to use in all of your marketing materials. And that's the first thing anyone sees. When they're online looking for a new house, they want to see beautiful pictures. That's, a huge selling thing for your house. So I can't stress enough the importance when I'm doing a session to an agent, book a photo shoot. It will be worth it, okay? And I'm going to show you how easy it is to come online and book a photo shoot. So let's say I'm an agent, I just got a new listing, I'm really excited, I'm going to book my photo shoot. I log into my Realtour account and I click order a shoot. The very first thing I have to do is set up my listing details, okay? And this would be the same if I was going to start with my virtual tour or my e-flyer, anything. You always have to enter your listing details into our system. Now this looks like a pretty complicated page, but really all you have to fill in to get started are these 4 fields that are highlighted in green. That's all you have to do, and then you can move to the next step. So for today's session, Let's just call this 111 Wednesday Street. Okay? Let's just say I'm in Austin and I'm in Texas and that's my zip code. Okay, the minute I filled in those 4 fields, I got a continue button, so I can carry on. Now, if I have the time, I can fill in all the rest of these fields now so I don't have to do it later, because at some point you're going to want all this information on your virtual tour. I can fill in my little listing description if I want as well. But a lot of agents, they're in and out of meetings, they're in a rush. They might just want to book the photo shoot now and then go do other stuff. And then when the photos are ready, they'll come back and do this later. So that's totally fine. Okay, so I fill in these 4 fields and I hit continue. You'll have to bear with us. Things always run a little slower on webinar. Okay, here we go. The next page is going to show you all of the available photographers that service the zip code for the listing I just created. So I've got 4 photographers. I can see their calendars, their availability. So these are the days that they are available. I could click on portfolios and watch their portfolios. I could click on their pricing, get a little pop-up and see what kind of packages they offer and what the prices are. Most of our photographers, they all work in the same areas. They all know each other. So their pricing is pretty competitive with each other. Most of them offer pretty, similar packages as well. Usually they have standard photography. They do some HDR. They'll do night shoots, which are really beautiful. A lot of them are doing aerials. A lot of them now have drones, and they do drone photography and video. Some of them do 3D shoots. They're pretty cool. But they all kind of offer similar packages. So let's say I like David. Either I know David, I use him all the time. Maybe I like his portfolio. He's come recommended. David's my guy. I pick the date I want. Well, I want to get this done right away. So he's open Friday. I'm going to click on Friday. Up pops his price list with all his packages. This time I'm going to select which one I want. Let's say I want to do a deluxe package with some panos. I just tick my box, scroll down, and hit continue. Next page, I need to give David just a few basic instructions for how to access the property. Either I've got a lockbox with a code. Here's my phone number. Now you'll notice my phone number auto-populated in here because I filled it in on the account page, right? So that's just one place where I don't have to type in my phone number because I took the time to fill it in up here. Or maybe the owner's going to be home, so I can type in the owner's name and number. Any special instructions I want to give David, like please come at this time, or I don't know, there's a dog in the yard, so look out. Or they just got a new landscaping done, so please take some pictures of the landscaping. Anything I want to tell David, I can type that in there, and then I add it to my shopping cart, and ta-da, it's in my shopping cart. And that's it. Once I pay for this, the order goes through, David goes out, does the photo shoot, and I'm good to go. Now you'll notice in the like a little summary here, so that was the package I ordered, that's how much, there's the date, and look right here, Platinum Virtual Tour for $0. This is another major selling feature for why agents should go for getting a professional photo shoot. They get a free Platinum Tour with every photo shoot, and that's worth $30. So for $99, if you were to get the most basic shoot, you get a free Platinum Tour. And what else is great about it is that David, the photographer, he actually makes the tour for you. So once the pictures are done, David logs into his back end. He uploads the pictures himself and has a little button that says Publish Virtual Tour. It then creates the tour and uploads all of the images into the client's account. And the client gets an email from us saying, hey, Bob, guess what? Your tour is good to go. Here are your pictures. It's got all kinds of links in it. You can send it to YouTube. You can download your pictures right from the email. You can watch your tour right from the email. It's all done. The agent doesn't have to do anything. Now they can go into the tour and do edits, and I'll show you that next. But the beautiful thing is that if they don't want to, they're done. David has just taken their beautiful pictures and created a tour for them, okay? So that is how easy it is to order a photo shoot. And once most of our agents get a favorite photographer and they will use that same photographer every time. They'll usually choose the same package every time. So they can go in, they can set up their listing, tick David, tick the date, tick the package, send it to the shopping cart, pay for it. The whole thing can be done in about 5 minutes. That's how easy it is to do. Okay, so I'm going to delete this out of my shopping cart so I don't accidentally pay for it and David goes out and does a photo shoot. Okay, so there's our photo shoot, super easy. Next up is our virtual tours. So what we're going to do just for today's session, we're not going to create a tour. We're going to edit one of my existing tours just to save some time. So I'm going to click on Edit Existing. I come into a page that shows all of my listings, all of my tours. Now, some of my listings already have published virtual tours. They're over here because I might want to go in and edit the tour, or the listing might be sold, so I can set that tour to inactive. I can delete it later if I want. Or I might have listings that I don't have any tours for. For example, here's the listing that I just created for the photo shoot right there. So anytime I create a listing, I never have to do it again. If I created a listing for the photo shoot, I don't have to create it again when I make a virtual tour. It's sitting in here waiting for me. This one's waiting for images. So you see, you never have to do things twice. You only have to do it once. So for today's session, I'm going to use a tour that I already have created, just so you guys can see it, a fully fleshed out tour. And these are all just fake listings. They're not real because this is my, demonstration account. So we've got 1, 2, 3 test listing, okay? So what I'm going to do here is click on Edit Tour, and it's going to take me into the back end of my tour. Now, this page might look a little bit familiar. Remember when I ordered the photo shoot and the very first thing I had to do was create my listing? This is what that page looks like when everything is filled in. And you've got a picture and you've got your property description. It's the exact same page, but it's full of content. So this is what it looks like here. Whenever you're in the back end of any of our products, we always have a navigation bar that runs across the top of the page. And we do this so that you can jump around in the back end in whatever order you want. You don't have to go next, 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 because there's a lot of pages in here. You might want to skip some of these features because most of them are completely optional features. You don't have to do them. If you want, you can go through them one at a time, but you can skip. You could do your property details, you could upload your pictures, and then you could jump right to the shopping cart and be done with it. And some agents will have a virtual tour that just has pictures. Maybe they choose some music, and that's it. They don't want anything else, and that's totally fine. You might have a very small listing, simple. You want to keep your stuff simple, just jump to the shopping cart. You don't have to go through all the steps. But for today, we are going to go through all the steps quickly because I don't want to take up everyone's time, but just so you get an overview of how it works and what you can do with your tour. Okay, so property details page, here we are. Another good thing about the property details page, you can always come back in here and make changes and it will automatically update in your tour, even if your tour is already online. If your tour is already out there on the MLS, on your website, it's on Vast, it's on Trulia, doesn't matter. If you come in here and change the price, let's say it's been on the market for a while and the owner wants to drop the price to $450, done. That's all I have to do. I don't even have to click save. Our system automatically updates everything. If someone watches my tour right now, they're going to see that new price in the tour because it always links back to the tour that is hosted on our system. Okay, so anytime you want to make edits to a tour, you just come into your backend, edit your stuff, and it immediately is saved and it's updated everywhere. Okay, so here's your property details page. Next up is manage photos. So when you order a photo shoot, like I mentioned before, the photographer himself uploads all of your pictures into this backend for you. But you do not have to use a professional photographer. You might have your own pictures, or you might have, a photographer that's not in our system who takes your pictures for you. That is totally fine. You are welcome to use your own pictures. You can just click on upload images and you can just upload them into our system and they'll show up like little thumbnails, just like we have right here, okay? So you can always do that. And you can delete pictures out of here if you want. You can manage them. You can also download them out of this. So if David, my photographer, has uploaded these into the system, but I want to download them and save them onto my computer because I then want to send them to the MLS, I click on download images and I have all these different sizes I can download them at. Save them on my own computer, send them, do whatever I want with them. They're my pictures, I own them, okay? So you can download them. And you can upload regular photos, you can upload panos. So panos are those big 360 pictures where the photographer kind of sets up, I guess they set up a tripod and do like a full 360 view of a room. And then when you look at it in your virtual tour, it looks like you're spinning around and see a full 360 view. That's what panos are. Videos, if you've got a guy who does videos or if you want to do a video, you can upload a video. We have some of our photographers do 3D photo shoots, which are really cool. If you've got floor plans, you can upload floor plans to use. And then again, you can manage your headshots and your logos in here as well. It's the same headshots and logos that you uploaded under my account. If you manage them in here, doesn't matter, it will update them in here as well. Everything is updated everywhere. You don't have to go here and then go there. Everything is automated. or automatic. There you go. Okay, so that is your Manage Photos page. Next up, we have the map location. You don't really have to do anything on this page. We just show you a Google map with a marker of where your listing is. Now, my listing's in the middle of nowhere because I just used a fake address. But if I zoom out, just like it's just a Google Maps, you can zoom out. You'll see that, okay, I'm close to a little town called Winters. So really all you're doing is just verifying that your little marker is in the right place. If it's not, you click on your little marker and you move it to where it's supposed to be. Let's just say it's supposed to be there. Done. Okay? This is just so when someone's watching your tour and they want to see where the property is on a Google map, they can see it. Super easy. We've really done the work for you. Next up, floor plan creator. Again, totally optional. If you have a floor plan, you can upload pictures right here, which I uploaded on my Manage Photos page. Now I can create a location if I have more than one, and locations are just, main floor. If I have a second one, I can click on create location. Maybe I have one for the second floor. Click away, it's done. I drag and drop my floor plan over here. Now it shows up there, now it shows up over here. All my pictures are on the Photos tab. Let's say I want to do the main floor. All I do to illustrate my floor plan is just drag and drop pictures to the right spot. And they turn into a little camera icon. When I click on that icon, up pops a nice big version of my picture. And you'll see how this looks from the front end. So just for today, I'm just going to drag a bunch. I'm not really being very careful, but that's okay because we're just doing a demo. So I'm just going to drag a bunch of pictures. Okay. There we go. So now I have an illustrated floor plan, and this will all look different when we look at the front end of the tour. Next up, flyer selector. Now, often people will come in here and they will make their tours first, so they won't necessarily have a flyer, whether it's an e-flyer, a print flyer, a brochure, whatever they've made. They may not have that here yet, in which case they can go and make their flyer anytime they want. They can come back into the back end and associate a certain flyer with their tour. But for today, I of course have a bunch of flyers in here because it's my testing account. All the flyers I have are going to show up over here as little thumbnails. I can pick the flyer that I want to use and just drag and drop it over here. Now when someone's watching my tour, they'll be able to download the flyer that goes along with the property. Okay, so you just drag and drop it over, you're good to go. Next up, some agent branding. Now again, here are all my headshots and logos. My name, my phone number, my email, everything is auto-populated because I took the time to fill in my account. But I can make changes if I want. I can drag a different headshot over. I can drag a different logo over. Okay? I can change. If I don't want this, like say I have a different phone number or a different email, I'd rather they contact my assistant for this particular listing. I can just type in whatever that phone number is, good to go, and that's what will show on the tour. Okay? So it's super easy. We do, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm in my account right now, and I had created a virtual tour earlier, and I don't have like you're still in virtual tour, right? I want to make sure I'm in the right place.
Yeah, I'm in virtual tour.
Okay, I don't have a flyers tab. I don't have an agent branding tab. Is that because I'm on a basic virtual tour?
Yes, it is. I'm showing you guys the Platinum tour, which has all the bells and whistles. Platinum and Gold have all the bells and whistles. We have 4 packages. If you do Bronze, it's just a basic tour. Bronze tours are pretty much just pictures and music, and they're only $10. So that's why they're pretty basic. Silver, you have a few more options, but if you want like agent branding and captions and everything else, you got to go Gold or Platinum. But it also means you can upload videos and things like that. Yeah, so that's why I'm showing you the best of the best today, so you can see every option. Okay, you also have the option of doing 2 agents. Sometimes you'll have a big property and there might be 2 agents on the property, in which case you would just tick 2 agents and you would drag and drop their headshot. And you can upload their headshot under your account because you've got 60 photo slots, right? So you can upload a bunch of headshots. So there we go. So I've got 2 agents, 1 logo. There's all the contact information. I can also choose a player theme, and that just means colors. So there's a skin that goes on the outside of your tour, and it's just different colors. So as you can see, you've got some to choose from. I've chosen blue. Maybe my logo, or my pictures look better with burgundy, or maybe brown. You just tick the one you want, right? Super easy. I'm going to go with blue because I like that one. Okay? And that's all you have to do on the agent branding page. And for most people, this will already be done for them because they've got their favorite headshot, they've got their one logo, their information's already in there for them. They don't even have to do anything. They're like, yep, good to go. Next up, captions. Captions, again, optional. It does take time because you do have to type in the captions and come up with something, and not everybody likes to do it, but it can add a really nice touch to your tour because you get the chance to, point out maybe some features on the picture that someone might not notice if they're just looking at it for the first time. So before you create your captions, you have to create your locations, just like you saw me do with the floor plan creator. And locations are just different parts of the house, like front entrance, living room, kitchen, so on and so forth. So to get you started, we automatically set up a few basic ones for you. You can then create new ones, as many as you want, like maybe you have a den. Maybe there is a pool area, whatever you want. You can make as many as you want. Next up, all you have to do is drag and drop your pictures over to the locations. So let's just do a couple here just for today. There's a pool. Oh, let's drag some of these aerials of the house in. And you can have, oh, that's the same picture. You can have as many pictures as you want. You might have, maybe there's an amazing kitchen in your house and they have like 10 pictures of the kitchen. You can put as many as you want in the kitchen, so on and so forth, okay? For today, I'm just going to do a couple just so you get the idea. You can also delete them. We've created, some extra ones. Maybe you don't want that master bedroom. Just delete. It's gone. So it's super easy, okay? You can also change the order that these show up in, but just by clicking and moving them around. I want the den to come up here. I want the pool to be last. I want the bathroom up here. Whatever you want to do, it's so easy. Just move them around however you want. There's the pictures. Ooh, I don't like that kitchen picture. I'm going to delete it. It's gone. I want to use, a different picture instead. Whatever. That's the wrong picture. Where are all my kitchen pictures? Anyway, you guys get the idea. I'm just dragging these over quickly for today. Okay? So that's how easy it is to do. Next up, I'm going to create my captions. So I just click on Create Captions. And here are my little locations that have pictures in them. There's only a couple because we're just doing this really quickly. Okay, here's my main picture. Here's my little text field, and I just type in whatever caption I want. Now, obviously, you're not going to type in a full paragraph because each picture only shows in the tour for like, I think, 3 seconds. So there's only room for maybe a sentence, But you just type in your caption, next picture, beautiful home, living room, anything that you want them to notice. And the agents should be good at this. Okay, so you type in your captions and you have the choice of some different fonts. You just tick whatever font you want and you will see the new font right there. Okay, super easy. That's all you have to do to make captions. Super easy. Okay, and again, optional. If you don't want to do this, don't do this. No problem, you don't have to. Next up is voiceover. Voiceover is something that a lot of people don't do because it is very time intensive. You have to pay for it. It's $30, and we have a professional that records the voice and does a narration for you. But the agent has to supply the script. So just like with captions, they would choose their picture, they would type in the script, whatever they want the voiceover person to say, then it gets submitted to us. The voiceover person does the recording, and then it comes back. But it's tricky because, I mean, you might have 6 pictures. You have to have the right amount of script to go with the picture so the timing is right. So I find a lot of agents don't do voiceover, but we still have it just in case anybody who does want to do it. So that's voiceover. SEO, very easy to do, very important. For people who aren't familiar with SEO, it just stands for search engine optimization. And all that means is that when someone goes on Google or any other search engine and they're looking for a home, think about what kind of keywords they're going to type in that search field, right? Most people are going to type in 3-bedroom condo, downtown Houston with a deck, things like that, and then the results are going to pop up. So if you just take a minute and type in some keywords, things that they might actually search for, anything, then there's a better chance that your listing is going to show up in those top search results. To make it even easier for our clients, we have taken the listing description that the agent entered way back here on the property details page, and we've dumped it in here. So they can take keywords right out of here. Garden courtyard. They could take those keywords and just dump them in here. So we're kind of trying to make it as easy as possible because it's really important for people to do SEO. But as with everything, optional, you don't have to do it. I recommend doing it though. There you go. There's your options. You just hit update. If you add new ones, you're good to go. Okay, the final feature, music. Couldn't be easier. We have lots of music. You can play a sample. If I click on this and hit play, I can hear it. You guys can't hear it because I have a headset on, but you can go through all of them, listen to the samples, find one you like, and just tick, and you're done. And it really, really adds to your virtual tour to have some background music playing. If you don't like the music, just tick no music. You don't have to have it. And even if you have a voiceover narration, we have it set up so that the music is lower so you can hear the voiceover narration on the screens where there is voiceover narration. I recommend using music because it really does add a nice little feature, you know, when you're watching your tour. Okay, we've just gone through all the main goodies, so to speak. Last up is view a proof. If we click on this, we get a little pop-up. And I always, whenever I'm doing a tutorial, I always tell people, please, oh, here's my homepage. There's my headshot, my logo. Now this will swap in a second. There's my other lady. I'm going to turn off the music. So my tour starts playing. There's my little captions. I only have a few pictures in this tour, so it's going to be short. I can't stress enough the importance of proofing your work because I get panicked phone calls from agents every day for lots of things. Usually it's for e-flyer blast because they've just blasted out an e-flyer. They didn't proof it and they've got a big fat mistake in it, and I can't get that back. With your virtual tour, it's not so bad because even if you post on the MLS and then see that you made a mistake, like I showed you earlier, you can always come back in, fix the error, and it will update right away. And then anybody watching your tour going forward will see the correct one. E-flyers can't do that. But really, take a minute to just watch your tour, make sure you've got your pictures in the right order. If you've got captions, make sure that you don't have any mistakes in the spelling, so on and so forth. If I stop the tour, I get all these little icons. These are all the little details that we did in the back end. There's my property details page. Looks much nicer in the front end. You'll see the front end always looks much nicer than the back end. My little floor plan I made, there's my floor plan. If I click on a little photo icon, there's my photos. See? So really, I mean, if you want to sell your house, I think it's worth it to take the time to set these things up. It doesn't take that long. And once you get the hang of it, you can make these really fast. Here's my map. My map's pretty boring because my property's in the middle of nowhere. But, you know, if your property is somewhere probably closer to a town or in Houston or in Austin, it's going to be a more exciting Google map for you to look at. But it is a Google map, so you can move around. See? I can forward this to a friend. Okay, I can put in their information, send the tour to somebody else. Print flyer. Remember how I dragged and dropped a flyer over? I can print the flyer. I can download a PDF of the flyer. Okay, super good. My walk score. This is something that you didn't have to do in the back end. It's just something that we automatically do for you. Walk score is just a website that shows you all the amenities that are close to your listing. Now I've got a really low walk score because my property is in the middle of nowhere. But at least it shows me where everything is. Maybe I want a country home, and I don't mind that it's 30 miles to the closest bar. But anyway, you get the idea, right? If you're somewhere else, might have a higher walk score, but it shows you all the amenities that are close to your listing. Download. If you wanted to download your tour and maybe burn it onto a CD to hand out at your open house, agents can do that. Most people don't really do that anymore. This is kind of, but you know, we get a few retro old school agents who like to do that. So we still offer this. I'm sure in the future this will get phased out, but for now they can still download their tour if they want. And then last up is just a contact page. So if I'm a home buyer and I want to contact the agent, I've got two agents here. They'll flip between each other. I can enter my name, my email address. I can fill in a little survey of what I liked about the house. I can request a showing and say, hey, I really like your house. Can you give me a tour on Saturday in the afternoon? Submit. And then the agent's going to get an email with all of my information and what I want, and then they can contact me. Okay, so this is the proof, but this is really what your tour is going to look like, except when someone watches your tour for real, it's going to fill up the entire page of your monitor. So our tours, the pictures, take up the full page, but for the view proof, you just got a little pop-up. So once you close your little pop-up, you can go back in and do any edits you want because we're still in the back end, or you can move to the next step, virtual tour links. These are all the links that you need to get your tour out there. Right now, your tour only exists in your Realtour account on the Realtour website. It is not live. It's nowhere. No one can see it but you at this point. These are the links that you need to copy and paste into the MLS. So when an agent gets a tour or a listing, they always go to the MLS. You just copy and paste your link, and now it's live on the MLS. Realtor.com, you enter the MLS number and hit go, and we automatically link it, and it'll be set up on Realtor.com. We offer Realtor websites. It's not really a website so much as it's just a unique URL. Some people don't like the way this link looks. It's kind of, it's kind of messy. So they want their link to actually be more like 123 Test Street. You can pay, it does cost money. It's $19.99. If you would prefer to have that on all your marketing people or marketing material as opposed to this, you can pay for that URL, but you don't have to. Most people don't bother. QR codes, if you want to, every tour you make, we generate a unique QR code. If you want the QR code to put on signage or anything, you can download a big JPEG of it. But going forward, when you make a print material or anything, this QR code is going to automatically show up on your print material. We do that for you. You don't have to worry about that. But, if you don't want to use the QR code, you don't have to, but it's here for you. YouTube, if you want to put this tour onto YouTube, you come to this page. Now, when you come to this page for the first time, there's a little green button where you just click the green button, and that authorizes Realtour to post your tours onto YouTube on your behalf. If you have your own YouTube channel, your tours will automatically go to your channel. If you don't, we just host them on the Realtour channel. So that's totally up to you. But I've already done this because this is my demo account. So this is what it looks like. I can go to YouTube now and watch my tour. I can watch it right here. I can download my video, so on and so forth. So that's the YouTube. Maximum exposure just means that if you also want your tour to go to these sites, you just tick. Now my tour is going to go to those sites automatically. You don't have to do anything else. It can take a day or two for them to show up on Vast and Trulia, but you don't have to do anything else. So I'm going to untick these because I don't want my fake tour to show up on Vast. And then last but not least, statistics. Once you get your tour out there, people are going to start watching it, and you might want to see how many people have viewed my tour. Click on statistics, click on your link. We've got a new page opens up and shows you how many views. Now, my views are very poor because this is not a real tour and it's not posted anywhere. But in a real life situation, you might have hundreds of people looking at your tour, and you can see which days they look at it, which months, where did they look at it from. This is all branded with your agent's information so they can then send it to their clients. They can also sign up people here. If you want your client to also get your statistics, you can sign them up here. We send out statistics every Monday morning. Okay, and you get them for your tours and you get them for your e-flyers. So that is a quick run through of a virtual tour. Now that's a lot, but our virtual tour is the most, I don't want to say complicated because once you get the hang of it, they're really easy to make, but it is the biggest product we have. It has the most bells and whistles, the most stuff you can do. But that is really how easy it is to do a virtual tour. And like I said, you don't have to do all of these features. You could literally set up your property details, upload your pictures, pick some music, and go to your shopping cart, and you're done. And if you ordered a professional photo shoot, you don't have to do anything because it's free. The photographer has uploaded your pictures, and you're good to go. You just have to copy your links and put them onto the MLS and Realtor.com. So that's it. Okay. That is the virtual tour. So far we've gone through ordering a photo shoot, creating a virtual tour. Next, we're going to do an e-flyer. Okay. Most people, once they've got their virtual tour, they also want to do an e-flyer blast, and the e-flyer blasts go out to all the other agents, okay? Because you want other agents to know that you've got a new listing because they might have a client that's perfect for your listing. So it's really smart to make an e-flyer. Super easy. You can create an e-flyer or you can edit an existing. I'm going to edit an existing because to create an e-flyer is the same as if you're going to create a tour or order a photo shoot. We don't want to set up our listing again. We just want to edit an existing for today. As you can see, here are all of my listings that I already created. This was the one I did before. Here's my test listing. I don't have to go through the process again. Because I already made a virtual tour, here's my listing for the virtual tour. I can click Create New Flyer. It takes me into the back end. I've got a different navigation bar, but it's still similar. It still has a property details page. It's identical. It's the identical property details page to the virtual tour. I don't have to do anything again. It's already in the system. My Manage Photos page, same as the virtual tour. But I can also upload more images if I want. If I've got different images I want to use in my flyer, that's fine. I can upload them here. But I don't have to do anything because I already did all this for the virtual tour. I can go into my existing e-flyers, so I can just manage existing e-flyers, delete them, edit existing ones if I want, or I can go into the template library. We have hundreds of e-flyer templates, hundreds. We've got them all set up into little categories, different themes. We've got holiday ones. We've got ones for like America. You know, if you're in a certain state, you might want to choose one. Let's say we're in Austin. Here are all the Austin templates. So you can go through and browse all the different templates. If you see one you like, you can click on preview and you get a nice pop-up of the preview. Ah, that's what it looks like. Okay, full of information. When you find the template that you want, you just hit select. The system is going to create the e-flyer. Now this usually only takes a couple seconds. There we go. Now I'm on the edit template page. Now what's great about this is that I'm going to build my template right here on this page, and it's going to fill with all the content right in front of my eyes, which is so great. Now you'll notice half of my template is already done because I took the time to do my account, my logo, my headshots. I already filled in all the information on my property details page. So look, it already has a price. It already has my headshot, my logo. It already has my contact information. There's my QR code. It already has my property details. It has everything because I already took the time to do that. But you don't have to. It doesn't, just because it's already auto-populated, you can still edit further. So for example, if you want to edit your headline, any of these text fields that you mouse over, see how they change? I can just click on it and I get a little text editor. Maybe I don't like this headline and I want to say new price on 4-bedroom house. Okay? And I've got a few basic things I can do. I can, change the color, change the font size, bold, italicize, I can do some basic stuff in this little text editor. When I hit OK, it's going to render the template and I'll get to see my change right here in front of me. There it is. I don't have to go anywhere else. There it is. All I have to do now is drag and drop my pictures over. Let's say I like this picture best. And as I mouse over, you can see a nice bigger version. Drag that picture, drag this picture, drag this picture, hit refresh, and look, I just made an e-flyer. How long did that take me? Like a minute. So that is how easy it is to use our stuff. And then you have a few, these are templates, so you can't do too much, but you have a bit of control. You'll notice all of the image fields have X's on them. You can delete certain image fields if you don't want them. So let's say you don't want a QR code, just delete, and it's gone. It'll go away. You don't have to have it, and just the background will show through. Or if I have a different, maybe I have a second logo and I want to drag. See all my little, I've got my little image tabs just like on the Manage Photos page. Maybe I've got another logo and I want to drag that down there instead. I can drag that down there, hit refresh, and it will resize my pictures to fit the image field. It won't distort them. It'll shrink it down so that it fits in that image field. If I don't like a picture, I just drag and drop a new one right over top of the old one. Hit refresh and it renders. So that is how easy it is to make an e-flyer. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, next up, view proof. Just like I said with the virtual tour, take 5 minutes. I know it's not you guys, you're not doing this, but tell your agents, take 5 minutes to proof your e-flyer. Okay, because once you blast this out to the great wide world, we can't get it back. So if you phone me and say, oh my God, I put the wrong time for my open house on my e-flyer, I'm sorry, I can't fix it. I mean, you can do another blast. I'll let you do another blast for free to fix it, no problem, but everyone's already got your first one. So anyway, take a minute, view your proof. It's nice and big. It's pretty much full size. And we do all of these 8.5 by 11 so that agents can print them and also hand them out at the open house too, okay? So if you see a mistake, you can go edit further or use the navigation bar, jump back, do your edits, jump back to view proof, make sure it's good to go, right? That's what's so great about the navigation bar. You can jump around. If you're good to go and you're happy with this, you can go straight to the links page. You're going to enter a subject line. Just like when you send an email to anybody and you put a subject in your email, this is the same thing. You've got to enter a subject line. Try to make it, I always tell agents, try to make it, I don't know, enticing so that people are going to want to open it. But obviously you're not going to make it too long, Fabulous home, great price. Do not put exclamation marks in here. Those get marked as spam, okay? It's tempting to go like this, but don't, because that's more likely to get tagged as spam and your email is going to go into someone's spam folder, okay? You have to have a subject line. We will not allow you to blast it out without the subject line. But you can also add 3 optional links to your flyer. Now, most people want their flyer to link to the virtual tour. So we automatically auto-populate this first link for you with view the virtual tour, and there's the link. If you don't want that, you can just click in here and delete it. So this is editable. Or some people just use our system to do e-flyers. They might make their virtual tours in another system using another company, and that's fine. They can copy the link for their virtual tour and paste it in here and use us for e-flyers. That's okay. Doesn't matter. So we're all good to go. And then you have two more optional links if you want. Like you might, you know, welcome to Austin. And then you can put your little website in there. And then you might have your own personal website. My website. And whatever that is, jana.com. Okay? So those are optional. You can have some links if you want. When you're done, you go to distribution. You have two options for blasting these out. We have a map system, which most people use because it's really easy. We also have contacts. If you have a lot of agents have their own distribution lists, right, of their favorite contacts and stuff, so they can upload those. Quickly take a look at this map blast. I just click on that. Up pops a Google map. And to save time, again, we create a target area for the agent. So it's generating the target area. Now that's a huge target area, 31,000 agents. I really don't need that many. But I can move this around. Like I said, it's a Google map, so I can just move it around. I can click on the target area and move it around. Maybe I want to do Houston. So I move my target area. I can shrink it. Get that target area right here. I don't want the ocean. I just want Houston, and maybe I want Galveston. And I can zoom in so it's easier to see. So you get the idea, right? You can play around in this. And as I move my target area around and move it around, you'll notice over here, the area changes. It recalculates how many agents and it recalculates the price. I can also add a second target area. So maybe I've got a I don't know, a property that might be suitable for people in this area, but they might somewhere else might want to see it too. I can add a second target area, zoom in, play around with it, center it over here, make it bigger, make it smaller. You get the idea, right? So we give our agents a bit of freedom, but we also try to do as much work for them as possible so they don't have to. If you're happy with the target area we create, you can just hit continue. And there we go. It's going to 13,000 emails. There's your price. If you have some contacts of your own, you can just click add contacts. You can type in the email addresses. You can save a distribution list. And right now, one of our developers is going to go live today because we've been testing it. We're also adding a feature on this page where you can import your contacts right from your Gmail and right from your Yahoo accounts so that you don't have to like copy and paste. Or some agents find the CSV file, it's too complicated for them. So we're setting it up so you can just click a button and it will import all your people from Gmail, any groups that you already have created, and then they'll show up in your little list and you can just tick. I want to send them to these people too. The numbers get added on, hit continue. Now I'm going to this many people from my contacts. There's my price. There's my subject line. I hit continue. It goes to my shopping cart. Once I pay for it, the e-flyer goes out. That's it. It usually goes out immediately. Sometimes there's a queue, like on Fridays is a really busy day for people sending e-flyers, and it might take 10 or 15 minutes to go out because there's a queue, but typically that's it. It goes out right away. And that is how you do an e-flyer. So right back home, photo shoots, virtual tours, e-flyers. I'm not going to go through print material just because making a print material is identical to making an e-flyer. The only difference, and I'll just quickly go in here, is that we have different types of templates. So if I click create new, you'll notice the back end looks the same for everything. Again, navigation bar, everything is, we've repeated everything on purpose so that it's easier for our agents. Once they learn how to do one thing, they know how to do the next thing because you go through the same steps always. But for print materials, you can do a single-sided flyer, double-sided, brochure, and then we have two sizes of postcards. Also, when you make an e-flyer, we automatically dump that e-flyer into your single-sided print material. Because most agents will want to print that and have it at their open house, and we don't make you, it's pointless to go in and have to remake that flyer in print material when we can just copy it, and because you've already done it in e-flyer, right? So the flyer I just made will show up in my print material as well, and I can just download a PDF of it. Okay, so that's why I'm not going to go through print material. It's the exact same thing. Drag and drop your pictures over, edit your text fields, and you're good to go. Yeah, but the only difference is that print materials Obviously, you don't blast those out. You download a PDF and you can print them or take them to a printer and get them professionally printed. Okay, the last thing I'm going to show you is newsletters. Now, newsletters are something new we've just done, and the reason I want to go through this is because we are doing a free trial offer for all of our agents for 1 month. You can sign up and you can do ready to send newsletters for free, okay? They're regularly $69.99 per newsletter, or they can sign up for a monthly subscription for $49.99, and you can send unlimited newsletters for that subscription. But for 1 month, you can send unlimited newsletters for free. So this is something I've been doing a lot of tutorials for agents and people over the last month just to show them how great they are. So if I want to do a newsletter, I would click on Create a Newsletter. And right now we have 2 different types. We have ready to send, which is exactly as it sounds. These newsletters are completely populated with content and images, articles, links, you name it, they are ready to send. You do not have to do a single thing, okay? We also have build my own newsletters, which just means that we've provided you with sort of a header and a footer, and then you can add a headline text and you can add text to your footer, but the body of the newsletter is empty. These are for people who want to put in their own content. You have to have your own images, your own articles. If you want to build a newsletter, this is like a shell. It's like an empty newsletter that for people that want to do them, they can do those. But for the free trial, it's just the ready to send newsletters, okay? So I would click on ready to send. First thing I have to do is give my newsletter a name. This is just a name for my own personal files, because if I'm going to blast out a whole bunch of newsletters, and I might send the same newsletter but to different groups of people, I might want to, differentiate between which newsletter I sent to who. So let's just say this newsletter, I'm going to call it, my best clients February. Whoops. There. So this is just for me. Nobody else sees this. Save. Okay, next up, it brings me into the back end. And you'll look, it looks the same as eFlyer, looks the same as Virtual Tour. You've got the navigation bar, we've got the template library. Same thing with our eFlyers, our newsletters, we have dozens of them. We have all different categories where you can choose all different types. Like I said, these are the ready to send ones, so they are fully populated. So to make life easier for people, we've got view by category, and you'll see all the different categories. Like there's a newsletter for everything you could possibly want to get out there. And these are designed for agents not to send to other agents. They're designed for agents to send to their clients. It's a way of keeping in touch and staying in front of your clients, right? Building a relationship. So you might have, clients who are new and they've never bought anything before. So you might want to send them a newsletter that's about buying tips. You might have some older clients who are downsizing. You might at certain times of the year, we've got a whole bunch of Christmas ones. You just want to send out a Merry Christmas one or a Halloween one or a New Year's one, whatever. We've got tons of them. Okay. If you see one you like, just to make it easier again, we've also organized our categories by month. So if you're an agent and you're busy and you don't want to go through dozens of categories looking for the perfect newsletter, you could come in here and just click on the month. It's February, and we have already organized them for you. These are the February appropriate newsletters. So we've got Super Bowl, Valentine's Day, February projects. If you see a newsletter you like, click on it, preview, just like I showed you with eFlyer. You get a nice big view of it. This is what they look like. Okay. And at the very bottom, this will auto-populate with your headshot and your logo and all of your information. So there we go. Let's say I want to send this one out because it's February and I want to send it out to people just for fun. I click select, just like I did in the eFlyers. Here I am on the editor page, only I don't have to do any editing. This is already good to go. The only editing I need to do if I want to is the footer. I scroll down to the footer, it's already auto-populated with my name, my contact info, my logo. But if I want to, I've got this little control panel here where I can make changes. If I make changes in here, you'll notice they change automatically. Maybe I don't want my mobile phone. I just delete it. Notice how it deleted right from the footer, right? Any changes I make in here, it's going to happen. It's going to show up right on the template. If I want a different headshot, I just click a different headshot. It auto-populates in the footer. Same with logos. If I want a different logo, It auto-populates right there. We also offer social media. If you want to link your newsletter to your social media sites, you can you can go to Facebook and you just copy and paste the link for your Facebook homepage. Just for today, I'm just gonna type in some random text. Whoops. Just so you can see the icon. Whatever I do here, the icon will show up. Whoops. I don't know my addresses off by heart, so I'm just going to type in some text here. I can also add a personal message. So I could type in, hi everyone, happy new year, just wanted to stay in touch, see how you're doing, hope the new move or the new home is going well and you're settling in. Any personal message you type in here is going to display at the top of your newsletter. So if I just write, hello Bob, hope you're enjoying, I'm a two-finger typer, so this is painfully slow, the new home. All right, and you can type whatever you want. It will show up when they get the newsletter. Okay, next, view proof. Before I get to the view proof, we force you to do a subject line. This is just so nobody forgets. So again, the subject line is what's going to show up when they get the email. So you want to make it something so that they will open your newsletter. Okay, whatever you want to put in there. Save. Next up is my view proof page. This is what the newsletter is going to look like. Here's my subject line, the date, my email. There's my little personal message I wrote to Bob. You can write a whole paragraph in here. Here's my newsletter. It's got my stuff at the bottom. Okay, there's my little Facebook and my little YouTube. If I was to click on these, assuming I put the right address in, I would go to my Facebook page. I go to my YouTube channel. So you can put all your social media icons right in here. Okay. Distribution options. Now, as I mentioned, for the ready-to-send newsletters, they're not designed to go to agents. They're for agents to send to their clients. So we don't use the map blast for these because it doesn't really make sense, right? You're not going to blast these out to agents. On our map blaster, the database is just full of agent emails. You're going to blast these out to your clients. So what you're going to do is upload your client. You're going to either copy and paste or type in all your client email addresses. You're going to upload a CSV file, or you've already got them set up in here, and you would just tick whoever you want this to go to. And like I said, today we're going to be launching a few new buttons where you can import and make new lists right from your Gmail and right from your Yahoo. Okay, no, I do not actually want to send this out. Maybe I'll send it to the Realtour people. I hit continue. I hit send newsletter, and it's gone. Okay, now I signed up for my free trial, and you can see right here, free trial. I've got 10 days left, so you get 30 days. Anybody who wants to sign up, you can just go to our corporate site on the home page, and there's a right here, sign up for the free trial. You click on it, okay, and you can view samples if you want to see. You can click here to sign up. If you already have a Realtour account, you just click yes, put in your Realtour login. Not just any old email address. It has to be the email address you use to log in and your password, hit continue, and you're done. That's it. You now have 30 days. If you don't have an account, you just click no, and you can create your account right here and sign up at the same time. Okay? So it is super easy, and you can send unlimited newsletters for an entire month. So you could send like 3 a day. If you want to send one newsletter to one client, perfect. If you've got 5 or 6 clients that you really want to send 2 different ones. It's just, it's just a great way to stay in touch and stay in front of your clients. So I wanted to go over the free trial. Super, super easy to use. Okay, so I'm going to log in again. Since I logged out, we have one final thing to go over, and then we're done. So hang in there. Oh, yeah. Does someone have a question?
Yes, you mentioned that you can now upload a list from Gmail and Yahoo. You're going to have something online. What about Outlook?
So we tried to do Outlook. The problem with Outlook is that you cannot upload groups. So if I was to import my emails from Outlook, it's going to import every single email I have. And then you have to go through and edit them and delete them. You might have 1,000 emails in there. And that is across the board. We've done so much research. What we wanted was, because a lot of agents, already have groups set up, right? Like when I go into my Gmail, I've got groups set up for my photographers, I've got groups set up for agents. So when I import those, I want to tick which groups I'm going to import. I don't want to import all 1,000 and then have to fiddly fart around with them and get them into groups. It's just a pain. So we opted not to do that. But if you guys are real clients, if you think that it's worthwhile to be able to upload, that's the only way you can import from Outlook, is importing all of them. If you guys think that is worthwhile and that your clients would actually prefer to do that over nothing at all, you let us know, because we can make that happen. And that's with anything. I always say this in my tutorials. Most of our products are built because people have said to us, can you do this? Can you do that? I don't like this. Wouldn't it be great if we could do this? And we're like, yes, it would be. And if it's something we can do, we'll do it. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. If you think that that is worthwhile, being able to import all of your contacts from Outlook, let me know, because we did do it. But we decided that agents probably would find it annoying, because then they would have to sift through them all and create groups, because it will not import individual groups. So give me some feedback if you guys have some on that, and we will make it happen. And that's with anything. Does that
Okay,
answer
and
your
Jana,
question? Yep.
what browser are you using right now?
I'm a Firefox girl. I do everything in Firefox. That's because I work with developers and we pretty much do everything in Firefox. But
Okay,
Firefox and
my last
Chrome.
question.
Oh, yep. Firefox and Chrome are the two browsers you should use. I would steer clear of Internet Explorer. And I don't know why, because I'm not a developer, but every developer I've ever worked with always says steer clear of Internet Explorer. So I'm just passing along their information. Yep, go ahead.
Okay, and the last question is, I know the accounts that we have, I think can we only make the bronze or whatever the basic level virtual tours are? Is there a way we can be upgraded to demonstrate the platinum tours?
Oh, you know what? You guys can go in, and that's the nice thing about our site. You just saw me demonstrate all those products, but I didn't buy anything. So you can do the same thing. If you want to demonstrate something to a client, you can go in and make any product. You can make a platinum virtual tour. You can do the entire product. Just don't go to the shopping cart.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, like
That's
that's
an
what I do in my
interesting.
demo. Yeah, that's what I do in my demo accounts. I make the whole thing. I just don't actually pay for anything. When you get to the shopping cart, you can just delete whatever's in your shopping cart, just delete it. So you can make as many listings as you want, as many tours, you can practice, just don't pay for anything. Just delete it out of that shopping cart. You can do the whole process. So it's really good for demoing. Okay, so
Don,
I
I got a
know,
couple of
oh,
questions.
yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. Okay, so from my understanding, and because I spoke with Amanda a little bit about this, if you don't mind refreshing or telling us about it, we can do our own template, correct?
Yes, so that's another thing. We offer graphic design services, and a lot of agents will pay to have a custom template made for their e-flyers or their print materials. So what we do is we make a custom template, and they'll either send us a sample of what they want, or they'll pick one of our existing templates and we'll just customize it to what they want. And then what I do then is I can set it up in the back end so that only they have access to it. So they'll go into their e-flyer creator and they'll go into the library, and there'll be a special category with their name on it, and their custom templates are in there, and nobody else has access to that custom template but them. So yeah, a lot of people
Okay.
want that, and we'll like put their headshot and all their contact info as part of the background, so they never have to edit that or tweak it or do whatever. They just go in and update their pictures and update their text, and they just ship those out, just blast them out. So yeah, we do offer custom graphic design, and that's for any of the print materials and any of the e-flyers.
Okay. And then the other thing is the unsubscription button pretty much is the first thing that you see when you get one of our e-flyers.
It's at the top and the
Can we
bottom.
move that to the bottom? At
It's
the top, at the
it's
very
at,
top,
it's
especially those. Go ahead.
I was going to say it's at the top and the bottom.
Okay, is there any way to take it off the button? The reason being is because I've noticed that people don't even look at the e-flyer. They just hit unsubscribe button. They don't even, if they would have to scroll in order for them to unsubscribe, at least they get to see it, especially if they're using a different browser or a different type of, to where they have to download a picture.
Okay, yep,
to
that's a
see
good
the
suggestion.
e-flyer.
Yep, yep. So we added it to the top because people complained because they couldn't see it. So normally, there it is right there. To unsubscribe, you can click here, and normally it's at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
So if that's a suggestion, so I will bring that up at we have a dev meeting in about an hour, so I'll bring that up at the dev meeting. Move unsubscribe to the bottom.
And when somebody hits an unsubscribe button for Virginia,
Hmm.
do you guys take it off everyone's list, or do you guys just take it off for the next e-blast test? I mean, what happens then?
It goes off the whole list. So if someone unsubscribes, they're off, they're out of the database. They don't get any more
Okay.
e-flyers. Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
I have a question.
Hmm.
So for the newsletter, do you have any that are standard size, like for mail outs or for an agent to use, like for a neighborhood newsletter?
Yep.
Because I see that these are.
Yep. So yeah, they're long and skinny. So since I've been doing these tutorials for newsletter, that's a very common question that people are asking. We just thought everybody would just want digital versions. So we just designed them just long, skinny, digital. Doesn't matter what size. But we're finding that a lot of agents want to be able to print them as well. So as soon as we go live with the new code that we're doing today for the importing emails, that same developer is going to create something in the back end so that we can set up our newsletters so that they will fit on an 8.5 by 11, and then you'll be able to print them as well. So that's our very next project, and I'm hoping that only takes maybe a week because we will have to go in, he'll set that up, and then we will go in and tweak our existing newsletters so that there's a proper page break at the 8.5 by 11 mark so that if you do print them, they don't look all crazy and break in the wrong places on when you print them out. So that's our next thing. So yes, we will be doing that. Hopefully, I'd love to say a week, but you never know with development. It seems like it should be easy, but you never know what you run into when you get into code. That's our next
Okay,
thing.
cool. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay, if there are no more questions, I just have one more little thing I want to show you guys, and this is going to be very, very beneficial for you if you want to do this. This is something that is totally optional. Scott, I think you're familiar with this because you've signed some people up, but it's our Realtour rewards. Okay, so I'm going to take you through it. It's always complicated to me because I'm not a salesperson, but you guys will probably get it right away because you're salespeople. But anyway, so this is something that you can do if you want, and it will make you money, okay? So Realtor Rewards, I'm going to go to the page right now so you get something to look at while I'm talking. Under Marketing Products, right at the bottom is Realtor Rewards, okay? Basically, Realtor is going to share a portion of the revenue we make from marketing products with everybody who wants to be in rewards, okay? So you can earn money, and it's not credits that you can use on our site. It is actual cash that we will send you every month through PayPal. So this is how it works. Basically, you need to, and it's only going to work for new clients. It doesn't work, you can't sign up existing clients to be in a network. What you need to do is create your own network of brand new clients. So if you go out there, and they can be agents, they can be other sales reps, so those sales reps aren't really buying our products. They can be photographers, it can be anybody. Anybody who doesn't have a Realtor account, if you can sell them on signing up for a Realtor account, which is free, they will become part of your network. And then when they purchase things on our site, like virtual tours and e-flyers and newsletters, we will take 40% of the revenue and put it into the rewards network. And you get 60% of that 40%. So let's say I sign up Bob. Bob's a brand new agent. He's interested in Realtor. He doesn't have a Realtor account. He's brand new. So I sign up Bob. Bob becomes part of my network. Bob then goes in and makes an e-flyer and does a $100 e-flyer blast. 40% of that $100 goes into the rewards network. I get 60% of that $100, which is $24. Anything Bob buys, 40% of it goes into rewards. I get 60%. So as you can imagine, if you start signing up new agents, and those agents can also sign up new agents, so you have a whole network of people. Every month, whatever they buy, a portion of it goes to you. And you get an email from us at the first of the month saying PayPal is sending you X amount of dollars, and it's cash that you can do whatever you want with. It's not money to be spent on our site. It is cash. Does that make sense? I know you guys are salespeople, so it's easier for you. It took me forever to like wrap my head around it because I'm a graphic designer, so I only understand creative things. But that's how it works. So it's pretty cool. And when you want to sign up a new agent, you just come on to Realtour, go to rewards like I just did, and click on invite a new client. Okay? You just need to know their email address. Obviously, you need to know their name and their email address, but let's just say, and I'm just going to do a fake one. Let's say this is their Realtour address, or sorry, their email address. So I just click in their email address, I click continue, I just put in their first name, their last name, let's just say their last name is Realtour, and then I tick, are they an agent, a photographer, or a sales rep? And then I click send invite. That's all I do. Now, this person that I just signed up is going to get an email from us saying, hey, Bob just created an account for you on Realtour. Click here to log in. And then that's it. Now Bob is part of my network. That's all you have to do. And now whatever Bob purchases, I get money for it. Seems kind of simple, but it is really simple. I did one earlier today just so you guys can see the new account. Oh, that's not me. Anyway, they get, oh, here's a rewards one right here. Right, so the new client gets a welcome to Realtour. Congratulations. Jana has just added you to their network. Click here to log in. Here's your account information. Here's a little overview of how to use our site, so on and so forth. And they're good to go. All they have to do is log into their new account, and that puts them in your network, and it's all done automatic. You don't have to do anything else. The only thing is that they have to be a brand new client. They can't be, you can't sign up people who already have Realtour accounts. So that is rewards. So anybody who's interested in doing that, go for it. You'll make money. The only other thing I wanted to mention is that we offer these tutorial sessions like I just gave you guys. If anybody is not comfortable, if you've got a group of agents or even one agent and you want to introduce them to Realtour and you're not really comfortable doing it yourself, I can do it for you. I do these all the time. If you want, we can do it together, and you can be the MC of the meeting and do the introduction, and I can take the agents through how to use the products, and then you can do the rest. Or you can just say, Jana, I've got 3 new clients. Can you do a tutorial for them? We do tutorials and training sessions all the time, and they can be big like this one where we do a big overview, or it could be like, oh, I've got an agent who just doesn't know how to make a virtual tour. Can you just do 20 minutes on a webinar with one-on-one? I do one-on-one too. So that's the only other thing I wanted to mention, is that we will help you guys get your agents using these products, and they're free. These tutorial sessions are absolutely free.
And you send a flyer to announce it so that we can send it out.
Absolutely. If you want a flyer, yeah, if you guys want a flyer, if you're like, Jana, can you please make me a flyer that I can send out to all my agents and see if they want to sign up, just let me know. We do that too. We will even send out the flyer for you if you want, but we'll create anything you need. Okay, so that's kind of my spiel. We pretty much made it 1 hour and 12 minutes, so I'm pretty much right on time. Hope I didn't go too fast, but there's a lot to cover.
Any more questions?
And just to
Jen, I appreciate it.
Yes, no problem. And guys, again, just to repeat, I recorded this whole session. So I'm going to post this onto YouTube, and I will send the link to Scott, and he can send it to all of you if you want to watch it again. Okay?
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.